What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing some unveiling the truth spreads for all the signs. I'm on the sign of Taurus. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, check out the About section of the channel for more information on how to do that. But there's different parts to this spread. So the beginning is kind of like what is seen. And then it goes, you know, kind of what's being blocked, and then the truth or the reality of the situation. It could be a certain person you're dealing with. It could be a situation in your life. It could even be how people view you. And, you know, you're just going to have to take it how it resonates. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or any kind of placement in your chart. What is what they see? So you have some financial constraints, some maybe being worried about money. I do see a victory coming in for some type of contract. I also see that, you know, something you're working hard for is going to be working out in your favor. But it has a lot to do with your expression, how you're expressing yourself, how people are viewing you. I think that you have a lot of friends as well as followers. You have a lot of success surrounding you, but I also see this victory energy around like everything that you've been through. You're going to be given this partnership, whether or not it's in your career or in your personal life, that you kind of always wanted. Some of you guys have been healing on a personal level. Man holding a heart, door to personal healing and happiness with the third chakra, Archangel Camille. This has a lot to do with, I think that some of you guys are accepting some things about yourself. You are doing some work on your throat chakra. Maybe it's expressing your emotions. Maybe it's expressing your feelings. Some of you guys have kind of went through this period of redefining yourself. I feel like maybe in the past you weren't the types to kind of show your heart to certain people or show your emotions. I do feel like you guys have a lot of creativity when it comes to this. You have a lot of duality, like people saw different parts of you, and I think that there's definitely something regarding your image. I feel like it's changing in a good way. Some of you guys in an effort of you kind of accepting and learning to love yourself, I do feel like you're transforming certain things about yourself, and it's going to bring your determination is something to be respected. I think that you have seen a lot of adversity in your own your creative life, but by you taking this non-judgmental approach to yourself and others, it's going to bring about more opportunities for you. I definitely feel like you guys are changing across a really big level. I do see some communication here. Something to do with a vacation, something to do with some type of resources. Maybe there's a holiday where you're going to be taking a vacation with your family or someone, and I just feel like it's a need for you to kind of get out of your house, be in more playful energy, go out and hang out with people, get to know people. There's just a lot of things changing for you, and I think that there's a level of fear surrounding this like unconditional love energy, where if you were to have the person that you kind of dreamt about, this perfect vision of a partner for you, finally getting it, and the fear that's surrounding that, has a lot to do with some kind of childhood, like inner child things. It's really intimidating for you or another person. It's kind of like, it's the level of uncertainty, but then it's also like having hope in this situation, but at the same time kind of like isolating yourself from it. It's just really random energy. But I do feel like someone is, either you've helped someone or they've helped you, and this person kind of wants to be by your side, kind of blend your families together and be in this like loyal, committed relationship. But it's going to take some effort to kind of move this forward. And I think that this is something you wanted. This is something you wished for. This is something that would make you feel better. And I think that it's also going to bring about like opportunities in your career for some of you. I do feel like you've guarded your heart for a very long time. You come across as guarded, or another person does. But in this healing energy, I do feel like there's going to be this offer that's going to be brought into you. But then there's this level of not really being sure how to take this. Like, there's a need for some of you guys to not care so much about what other people think about what it is that you truly desire and want. Like, I feel like your friends might have a lot to say about, like, maybe like if you're like the romantic type, or you know, certain things that you do, like they kind of like maybe make fun of that energy, but at the same time you're the only one that knows like kind of what it is that makes you happy, or what kind of person that would be, and your ability to kind of see through things. I do feel like it's going to help move this forward. Some of you guys, there's a level of being around friends and being around people, but at the same time, not really sure like about a past situation, maybe a situation where family is involved. There's something to do with career and family that's on a big focus point for you. Some of you guys just want to be private about the things that you're doing in your home, or the success that you're gaining, or in your career, or, you know, who's kind of actually like the kind of person in your life. Like, you want your family life to be completely private from, you know, any outside people. And I think that it's a need to, whatever you commit to, that you stay true to. I feel like there's some type of message here that you could be getting that could make you feel like you're just kind of stuck in this energy, like it's not really moving anywhere. But at the same time, I do feel like it's just going to cause you to think about things in a different light. Always thinking of things as working out in your favor, as it being a success, and not, you know, thinking of the outcome as being negative, you know, repeating things to yourself that maybe aren't so positive. I do feel like there's someone like a Capricorn who pays really close attention to your social media. There's something to do with maybe aggressive energy around some type of ending in this situation. And I feel like something's going to happen kind of unexpectedly. But at the same time, it's like, in order for you to be who you need to be, or who you want to be, you're going to have to kind of overcome this in a way where it's having this conversation with this person, having the courage to, you know, stand up for yourself, and not really care what opinion comes with that, you know, taking care of yourself and your own health, and not letting your ego kind of step in the way of that. There's something to do with your confidence and kind of speaking up for yourself, and kind of having that maneuverability and an expression about what it is that you truly want. Some of you guys are business owners. Some of you guys are very money focused, and then you know what it is that you want, you know, but there's a need for you to kind of heal some inner things where maybe you didn't have confidence in yourself to tell this person, you know, what it is that you truly want. Maybe you have a lot of options, maybe you have a lot of choices, and it's causing you a lot of stress and anxiety where you feel like you can't really be who you want to be. I feel like someone wants to like give you flowers or something like that. Maybe it's Valentine's Day. I think that just someone wants to know that they're appreciated, or you want to show someone that they're appreciated. But I just feel like there's someone who's very guarded to kind of cutting out some things. There's a level of fear around a home situation and not knowing what this person's going to say. not knowing how this person feels, but wanting this friendship in your life, wanting this partner in your life, and wanting it to be real, and you know, having the patience and like kind of working on it, and being proud of whatever it is that you do and moving forward in that energy, because you're able to accept. And I mean, you guys have a lot of patience as well when you're dealing with people. There's some type of message I feel like that's going to be coming in that's going to be like kind of catching you off guard, and there's going to be a need for you to make a decision about your feelings, about closing out a cycle, possibly with someone from your past that kind of circles, or kind of like a hovering energy, so that you can have the outcome that you want and not one that's based on fear or appearance. And I think that you know, seeing is believing, but at the same time, it's like you need to have faith that, you know, you're moving in the right way. Have more faith in yourself, have more faith in the person that you're dealing with, and maybe dropping down the ego a little bit, because that first impression that you have on some people isn't really who you are at the end of the day. I think that it's hard for us to admit that maybe we like to have that energy of breakfast in bed, or cuddling with someone, or, you know, having someone who's proud to have us in their life. Like, it's something to do with like an image on social media, and like what people would say if they really knew, or like maybe you're just not really the type of person who everyone knows on that level, and it's like really hard to maybe become the person that you've always been again in a different light, because I think that sometimes we get caught up in wanting things to go a certain way, but then end up in a situation where it's based on lust, and then you're kind of in a situation where you kind of know the outcome of what this is, you kind of know what it is, but you just kind of like, maybe you don't want to be too serious in a relationship with someone, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of confusion around what it is that you want, and kind of, you know, what it is that you're capable of doing in this situation. But there's a need to communicate. There's a need for someone to put in effort. There's a need for someone to be honest, and also like unafraid to move forward into what it is that they want to do. I do feel like there is like this hope or this wish of yours, but you keep it really protected. Like, it's something like not a lot of people know, you know what I mean? But you also carry this knowledge of teaching a lot of people of maybe dwelling a little bit too much on the past at times, but there's something about the way that you do things that people are watching and paying attention. Like, you have a community base of people who kind of look up to you. Maybe they've never told you that, but you're like, people learn a lot from you, and people are curious about you, and kind of like maybe intimidated in a way of how you do things, but wanting to communicate, you know, wanting to move this forward, and have something on a consistent basis, but just not really sure how to do that when it comes to career and, you know, social life, or having a lot of challenges around having a lot of going on, whether or not it's a lot of people, or there's just a lot of different energies that you're dealing with. Some of you guys are dealing with your mother. Some of you guys are dealing with the mother of your child. Some of you guys are dealing with a marriage. Some of you guys are dealing with trying to bring families together. Some of you guys are dealing with like this father figure and wanting to be better than the one you had in your life. It's just kind of energy of like being all over the place. I think that someone just kind of wants to get away with you. Someone wants to spend time with you, away from social media, away from cell phones, you know, getting to know each other, maybe having a drink or two, going on some type of trip, and making it known that's what you want to do, but just kind of like rolling with the punches. Like, maybe things aren't gonna go as far as your like 16-step plan that you have, but at the same time you're able to change your a normal view or mindset that you would have I think that some of you guys kind of run from love. Some of you guys have taken a break from someone. Some of you guys have someone who's kind of dwelling on this situation where there was a need for you to tell the truth about how you felt and to move out of that energy. But then moving into something new, this person like wants to talk to you and wants to flirt with you, but it's like you're trying to control maybe yourself or how this goes, because you're maybe a little bit afraid to explore this because, but at the same time you want this. You're so fucking confusing. Oh my God. I don't even know how to explain how back and forth and upside down and sideways this energy is, but it's like, you want this, but you don't. You want this, but you don't. It's like, whoa, you know what I mean? Somebody, it's like you guys want to get to know this person, maybe taking a trip, like I said, with this person and getting to know them. Some of you guys could be getting engaged on, this looks like a different country even, or maybe going like, you know, the cruises, stuff like that, or just like spending time together and not trying to control the environment of how that happens or when or why, and, you know, just breathe a little bit and just let it be, like have more lighthearted energy, and just be like living in the now energy of, you know, maybe you don't have a lot of time, but this is like some time you have set apart for them. So enjoying that time to the fullest. There's also a need to forgive and heal the past. And I think that this is this cycle that's closing out in your life where you're making this decision to release and heal the past situation so that you can experience more love in a current situation. So you don't have to go through this trying to control either your emotions or yourself and not really going after what it is that you want because of past energy. Some of you guys could have been married. Some of you guys were more concerned about your finances, but knowing that you're capable of moving this in whatever direction that you want, you know, and I think that you're kind of like deceiving yourself in a way that, no, this person isn't my soulmate. This person, I can't see myself in a relationship with them or whatever. Like, I don't know what type of bipolar ADHD energy you have going on, but at the same time, like, it's just basically saying you know what you want and you've reflected on it. It's just time to make that decision, especially when it has to do with your feelings and things you keep to yourself, and thinking of it as a success and not as a failure, because that energy and that manifestation has a lot to do with, you know, how this will move forward. Some of you guys just need to stop kind of blocking people out from getting close to your heart, like, and then try something new. Like, shit. I think that you're afraid that it's going to fail. You're afraid that it's going to end badly, and you're not really sure how to do that because you're just kind of getting your self-confidence back. You're just kind of figuring out, you know, what your heart wants and that kind of thing. But at the same time, damn, y'all, some of y'all are into some kinky shit. I don't need to know all that. No, I don't need to know. That's their business. Some of you guys want to be in a commitment. Some of you guys want to be engaged, but you're afraid of it. And it's okay to admit that. Maybe it's intimidating to you. Maybe it scares you. And maybe just being honest about that. I mean, you don't have to like get a freaking engagement ring right away. Like, get a necklace or something first. You know what I mean? Like, breathe it out a little bit. Move slowly into that. You know what I mean? Like, I do see victory here for you guys, especially when it comes to a family situation or being happy in a family unit. I also feel like there's people around you that are wanting to help you with your career or whatever you're going through, and there's something to be learned and there's something to learn by other people from you. So be aware of that in the meetings and the time that you're around other people. I do feel like if you're dealing with someone who has some health issues, that they're going to be okay. It's going to be, they're going to be fine. They're going to heal. They just might need some like health services type of energy, like someone to help them or something like that. But they do have the ability to figure it out, maneuver, you know what I mean, without your help. So I just think that there's something that's going to surprise you about how much you're appreciated and maybe how happy someone is with you in their life, or vice versa. So that's all I have for you guys. Have a good night.